someone once told me that you can't go forward without looking back. And why I look back today is because I heard something in my life that changed my life profoundly at a time when I was at a crossroads. And I want to share that with you today. And I heard this one of my friends who I was speaking with. He said, the graveyard is the most wealthiest place on this earth today. And I looked at him and confused. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, yes, the cemetery is where you'll find the highest value of real estate. Just think about all the people who had dreams, goals, ambitions, visions, who died and took that to the grave. Some people never ever really got to release the best music that they had, the best art. Some people had cures for some of the worst diseases. You see, my goal today in speaking to you is to show you that in my life, that has been a profound message that I go back to. And there was a message that changed my life at a point where I needed it most. And it's from the late Dr. Niles Monroe, who died last year in a plane crash. So that's why I'm here speaking today, to share that message of purpose. Because it is tough to actually go through life not knowing where you're going to. And why I say that is because I came to a crossroad in my life where I heard a message at a point where I was at my lowest. And at that crossroad was where I had to make a decision. I remember, and that decision was, what do I do at this point? I had to ask that question, why? The question why that we all ask when we at an obstacle in our life. Why me? Why is this happening? And that's that question that we want to know why we're here, why we're going through this. But that's that point where we're going to discover, we need to discover our purpose in life. Now, someone once told me it's better, the worst thing than most than death is living life without a purpose. So what that's saying is that it's better to be dead than to not know why you're living. I remember that point in my life where I was at a crossroads came at a time where I was 18 years old and someone had let me down who I looked up to. And that was my dad. You see, my dad had told me, you do your best at everything. He taught me all the principles of success in life. And all through high school, all through junior high, I did all that I had to do. Played sports, academically excel, had extracurricular activities in my life. And he said, I'll be there for you when you're ready to take it to the next level and go to college. But there was a point where he sat me down and he said at that point, he said, Clinton, we can't afford to send you to college. See, my whole world changed. See, everything that the person that I trusted and I believed, I took everything that he told me all up until then, wrapped it up in a ball, and threw it away. So what that told me, what I interpreted that as, is that I can do anything I want. And that's when my life started spiraling out of control. That's when I started listening to Tupac Shakur, Fighting the Power, wearing the Malcolm X jerseys and the cross colors and the Jordans on my foot and think, yeah, I am it. You know, because I was asking the wrong people why. See, I wasn't focusing on the right thing. Now, the point where I had to really change my life in a totally different direction was a point where I was spiraling out of control, going 100 miles an hour, partying every day. I remember I woke up with a hangover. And the first thing that I did, think was in my mind, I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck. So I woke up, and the first thing that I thought is, number one, I want something to eat, so I went and got a bowl of cereal in my underwear, sat down on my mother's couch, turned on the TV, and I was trying to look for Jerry Springer at 12 noon. That was productive for me, right? But and flipping through the TV channels, you see, I grew up in the 80s. We didn't have DVR. So we had 30 seconds to determine what we wanted to see on TV. We look at it for 30 seconds, then we move on. But in that 30 seconds, I heard something that changed my life. See, imagine this. A televangelist came on television. He said, 2 things that I want to share with you. He said, where purpose isn't known, abuse is inevitable. And it caught my attention, it gripped me. Now, why did something like that grip me at that point? Imagine this. I'm in my underwear with a bowl of cereal, hungover, and I'm trying to look for Jerry Springer by listening to a televangelist. A humble moment in my life, but that's God. I needed to be at that point. See, he said, purpose is basically the creation of something by a creator. So it goes back to the creator. Abuse is 2 words, Latin words combined in one. Ab, meaning abnormal, use, utility. Now, basically what that is saying is if you don't know the purpose of something, or why something was created, you're going to use it abnormally. See, I once dated a girl who used her phone as a weapon, and I wasn't receiving end. So I had to remind her, hey baby, purpose. You're gonna have to use that phone to call somebody sooner later. So don't throw it at me, please. But at the same time too, we all tend to do that, and I was doing that with my life. The second thing he said was, if you don't know the purpose of something, as a creator. And that's the confusing part. Because we don't know, if we were to go ask Bill Gates today, well, not Bill Gates, but Steve Jobs, what's the purpose of the iPhone? We would get the best answer, but we'll never have access to him like that. So there's an order to things. This is why the owner's manual comes with almost everything that we purchase. Everything has an owner's manual, and it's the first thing we go to when we find problems with our electronics. We go to that owner's manual. So you know what? We have an owner's manual. It comes with a lifetime guarantee, 24/7 access, and we never get put on hold when we call. Our owner's manual is that Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's the owner's manual that we've got, and we need to use it. So my goal here is to help you all understand the power of purpose, because I stand here as an example. Because from that moment, my life changed 360. God went through high school, got a soccer scholarship, came here to the United States. I'm living an example. Discover the power in your purpose. And that's what I want to leave here with you all today. Don't contribute to the wealth of the graveyard. Thank you.